comes, Grant.
This is Barbara Paskin reporting from Sydney. It's the last fling today for Australia's favourite stuntman, Grant Page. Fans here won't forget Grant's scenes in The Man from Hong Kong and the stunts he made famous in Danger Freaks. The stunts he's doing today for the new Australian stunt record he's setting up begin with the thrilling death slide. Grant, would you tell us about the next stunt you're going to do?
Certainly, Barbara. The next stunt is a human catapult in which I'm attached between two headlands, 200 feet high on 1,000 feet of rope, and the center of it is dragged back, much like a bow and arrow, and I'm the arrow attached in the center of the rope, hanging on. That gets released, and the idea is that the tension on the rope will take me out faster than gravity will take me down to the bottom. We've worked for a long time on the theory on this one, and 100% confident it'll work. We're about to try the practice for the first time. It's never been done before.
If Grant succeeds with this one, he'll have something to talk about when he arrives in Hollywood. He leaves us tomorrow to perform stunts in the new television series, Undercover Girl. It sounds like fun.
Stand by, everybody. This is it. Ready, Grant? Here we go. Release!
So tell me, Curtis, how's the band doing?
Great. After 5 years, we're starting to make some money. I just got this.
Not bad. Can't wait to see you guys perform.
Well, we're in the recording studio right now. Tomorrow we start 3 nights at the Forum.
Hey, can we go by the studio later?
Sure. It's not too far from your hotel.
can we be related? I get dizzy looking up.
That's all right, I'm tone deaf.
So am I.
See the wizard looking at the town. He's just decided now the pots to burn down. In a wicked city. It really is a pity. Law and order doesn't matter a bit. The pigs are roasting over a spit. In a wicked city. Bad scene. People running. Satan's coming. Wicked city's calling. All the people are calling. Spirits and souls. All out of control. Wicked city's calling. All the people are calling. People running as Bibles fly. They know their turn to die. Wicked city. Oh, sad, sad scene. They turned to Christ, but he saw through their lies. He wasn't about to be hypnotized by a wicked city. Supernatural pity. People running. Satan's coming. Wicked city's falling. The people are falling. Spirits were sold. All out of control. Wicked city's falling. All the people are crawling. Wicked Sydney. Washington.
Gentlemen, Grant Page, cousin, stuntman, horrible actor, but hell of a nice guy.
Curtis tells me you guys do magic tricks.
Magic tricks? Grant, we do magic.
Nice. Can I borrow that?
You ain't seen nothing yet. We're even doing some things like you do. Needs a little tightening, but now we've got you to help us with that.
Slow down. You're talking to a man that's going to be knocked down by a car tomorrow.
So, we work on it tomorrow night.
That's a nice hood.
What hood?
So when this car actually comes at you, it's going to be 60. Is that it?
If anything goes wrong, everyone's staying clear apart from Graham.
Okay. All right.
If you
fellas,
want an
well,
article
you guys do what you
shortened,
have to
just
do,
tell me.
and I'll sort of,
It really irks me to read something I wrote off the rack and barely recognize it.
Yeah.
How can I deliver my best prose if I know you're going to cut it up behind my back? Well, you damn well better promise. I mean it, all right?
The Southlands Auto
Asshole.
It's through another notch today when a recent arrival from Australia stepped in front of a fast-moving vehicle. Nothing unusual. L.A. boasts 20 serious accidents a day. But the twist in today's story is that stuntman Grant Page stepped in front of this 2-ton hunk of metal on purpose.
Oh, hey, is he all right? Oh, jeepers, is he really hurt? Oh, my goodness.
Grant told us later, "I've done this 100 times in Australia, but this time it went wrong." As you can see, the impact completely shattered the windshield.
Oh, he's in shock. All right. Yeah. Listen, just
Grant
leave him there. We'll
Page.
get an ambulance. It'll be all right.
Stuntman Page seems to have suffered only a mild concussion, but doctors at Memorial Hospital are refusing to release him until further tests are made.
Ratchet to Ward 13. Nurse Ratchet to Ward 13, please.
I don't believe it.
Paging Dr. Brasher. Paging Dr. Brasher.
Crazy guy? New therapy program?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I usually finish up with a bit of driving. I'm in a hell of a hurry. Would you mind?
Be my guest.
Thanks.
I love your outfit.
Look, a suit in a phone box.
Really? Hey, take it easy.
Sorry, but I gotta be at the studio in 15 minutes or I'll lose my job.
Okay, okay, just mind my car.
It's nice. But you ought to see the one I got back home.
I've been in hospital.
Well, you're late, goddammit. Get in the wardrobe and hurry up.
I really appreciate this. Look, if you want to hang about the set for a little bit, see what's happening, you're welcome. Look, a cup of coffee or a drink afterwards.
Sure, look, I'm doing an article for Tempo magazine on how people relate to their work. I'd like to talk to you about what you do.
Great. Just keep your eye on the water tower up there.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Hey, I really can do it myself, okay?
You're really not supposed to be doing this.
It's for your own protection.
Your agent insisted.
You're going too far with this ridiculousness. De idioot, belachelijk gedoe ook hier. De slammer.
Get that airbag ready.
Bob? Bob? Bob. That's Opal. That's Opal. Hold up there. Bob? Opal and Spot, different.
Do you have a problem?
I'm being chopped to pieces, Peter.
Yeah.
Every time there's any action going on, this guy in drag does it for you. There's no continuity to the character.
Look, sweetheart, we're building an image here. Now, the producers are just going to have to realize what a very valuable little property you are.
How valuable can I be if an audience doesn't believe me, huh?
No, that's Spun. The other was Opal. This is Opal. That's Opal. Here, watch your eyes.
Quiet, everybody. We're going for a take.
Camera's ready. Roll them. Roll it down.
Sound rolling.
Roll it down.
Camera A rolling. Camera B rolling. Mark.
Scene 37, take one, marker.
Action!
Great stuff, huh?
Why do they do it?
Stuntmen? Gee, I don't know. I never thought about it. Exhibitionism. You know, this business draws every crazy in the world.
Where's the blood? Set you up there, that shitload of blood. We don't see any of it.
Only one went off. What do you want me to do? Bleed? You want me to slit the wrists?
These guys don't last long. A lot of them get smashed, cut, bruised, crushed. They lose a leg. They lose their nerve.
We'll do it over. Rig him up again. Get it right. I want to see that blood fly.
How on earth are they going to get that past the censor?
Oh, the foreign markets love the blood. And the more they do, of course, the more I can charge for my clients.
Oh, do you represent the stuntmen?
No. I mean, you know, there's no money in that. I represent Monique Vandeven. She's the star of the show.
Action!
Pressure that bad.
Well, is that enough for you?
Not the St. Valentine's Day massacre, but it'll do.
Doesn't anybody care if they get hurt?
No, not really. Stuntmen are breakables.
Print it.
Move the cameras down.
You know why they're using this guy? Because he doesn't know when to quit. They're going to get a lot of mileage out of him.
Really?
Oh, yeah. He's quite well known. I first heard of him when he did this movie called Mad Dog Morgan. And in this particular film, there was a dream sequence. Grant had to fall backwards 70 feet off a cliff on fire into a pool 12 feet deep. It was a very dangerous stunt, and somehow something went wrong. He got a couple of bad burns. Anyway, most people would have left. Walked off the set, goodbye, Charlie, forget it, I'm never coming back. This guy is back in 3 days in bandages, and he's coming on to the director with, let me try it again, you know. Oh, he's crazy.
Turned out fine. They used it as one of Morgan's nightmares. The director reversed the film and had me coming out of this burning pond.
Listen, I want to drive this car tomorrow, okay? I mean it. I mean, all people see for half of the show is the back of my head, right? So, I want you to teach me how to do things, okay?
It's not in my contract, lady.
Hey, this isn't funny anymore. I'm serious, really.
Driving isn't so difficult. It takes a feel. Look, I can't just tell you standing here.
So, show me.
All right.
baby. Well, come on down. We're gonna make sweet love every night, woman, all through the day.
Hey, Grant, you all right? That Carly wiped you out.
I'm fine, man, but you ought to see the car. Lois Wells, Monique Vanderven.
Haven't I seen you on the tube?
Yeah, possible.
Undercover girl.
Yeah.
Meet Perry, Smokey, Paul, Greg, Doug, Curtis, and Richie.
How are you?
Better known to the FBI as Sorcery.
Oh, wow.
Why do you wear a hood?
Why does anyone wear a hood?
Oh, how does it feel?
Uncomfortable.
Grant, we've got to get going to the concert.
Hey, can I come too?
Sure, we'll have a little snack before the show.
Terrific.
And the next course is...
Voila!
Well, what is it?
We're having duck.
Oh. Oops. Oh.
There you go.
I think I turned into a vegetarian.
Oh. I'll tell you what. I'll take him back to the chef. I'll tell him it's a little too rare.
Since the days of Merlin the magician, the power of good has challenged the forces of evil. Prepare yourselves for a night of cosmic combat. A duel to the death to decide the fate of mankind. The king of the wizards against the prince of darkness. Ladies and gentlemen, sorcery.
took my heart and soul and you threw it away. My friends told me about you, said you was unkind. But I did not know you destroyed my mind. You've been talking with the devil on the side. You've been bad, baby. You found love with the devil.
Great show,
It was
man.
really terrific.
Thanks a lot. Why don't you stick around for the second half?
Sure, yeah. Hey, you have a cigarette for me?
As a matter of fact, I do.
Wow.
Right over there. Now watch.
Where did it go?
Right over there.
Oh, thanks.
Would you like a light?
Oh, yeah.
Wet Ooh, she cried. She knew she was about to die. The little town of Slava Snow. Oh, now and evermore, she would never be alone. Sacrifice, sacrifice, tonight. Sacrifice, sacrifice, tonight. Sacrifice.
She does like it.
Those kinds of stuff. I knew she'd eat this stuff. Here,
Oh,
I'll get some more.
Oh,
Hey,
go
Faith.
for it, yeah.
Sorry,
Come on,
Faith.
Faith.
You're a grotty eater. You're a grotty eater.
Here, have a little water. Watch out for your greens there, Faith. You know, they're good for you. There you go.
Oh, I know what we'll do. We're going to give her the whole...
Give her the Good job.
Dad, it's after midnight.
What happens? You turn into a pumpkin. I thought you wanted to win it.
Hey, Grant, let's dance, okay? Hey, why don't we stay up all night? We have a 7 o'clock call in the morning.
Not me. I've got to go home and add all this to my outline.
What is this article you're doing anyway?
Now he asks.
Well?
Hey, listen, Lois wants to go home, so let her go home, okay?
I'm doing an article about how people in our society can get so caught up in their work that it becomes their whole life. Sometimes it even kills them.
People like me.
You're the best example I've found so far.
And that's bad.
I think it's sad.
Hang on for just a minute. I'll be right back.
Hi. Hi.
I don't know why journalists ever bother themselves to interview people. You're going to write what you want to anyway, right? You should see some of the things they write about me. Sometimes I read it and it sounds like so much fun, I go and do it. Listen, it's not just Grant. It's all these guys. They're real craftsmen. And you could do them a real injustice.
Monique, it's not my intention.
Lois, if you get a chance, take a look through this. It'll give you a little background. I've been collecting pictures and clippings about other people's work. Someday, I'm going to put together a manual about the techniques of stunt work.
Looks interesting.
Yeah.
What drives a man like Grant Page to risk his life so casually on a daily working basis? Is it the same kind of devotion to professional excellence that sent men like 73-year-old Carl Wallinda plunging to his death? Are we dealing with the demands of the profession or a man's attempt to prove something to himself? Apparently, this whole stunt business had its roots in the circus. The advent of silent movies and the zany 20s opened up a whole new field of opportunities for the ambitious acrobat. Page is one of many stuntmen in the developing Australian film industry. What they lack in expensive technology, they seem to make up for in sheer nerve. Warren Campbell is a veteran of more than 50 fire stunts. When he's not burning, he runs a company that makes swimming pools. Quite understandable under the circumstances. Tom Slavin's Kempo karate team once did a TV show with Grant. Their training methods leave little to the imagination. Peter Armstrong is Australia's top stunt coordinator with 20 years' experience in movies and live shows. His specialty is jumping from the top of one car to another, blindfolded. His only injury was losing the tip of his thumb in a head-on crash. Tying your wife to the front of your car and ramming her through a burning barricade would be grounds for divorce in most families. But for auto stunt specialists Max and Dale Aspen, it's all in a day's work.
You mothers, can't you get it moving? We haven't got all day to sit around here. Come on, let's get going on this.
It felt good when you were doing it, but it doesn't feel good now, does it? All right.
Hello, Monique. Dance, dance, dance.
Oh, happy Harvey. Are you here to watch the fun?
I came to see Grant. He never lets up, does he?
Do you?
Oh.
It's not strong enough. It's unsafe. I'll have to do all the work up off this end up here.
Hell, it feels pretty good to me.
You're not doing it.
Yeah, stunt man. I'm gonna back this out just a little bit. Okay.
So who are you today?
Professional killer. How's that for an interview subject?
Oh, had one of those last week.
Oh, we'll stay around and watch a bit of stunt work. Cup of coffee afterwards?
This book of yours is very impressive.
Thank you.
Okay, let's go. Come on, there's nothing moving around here but the sun. Roll cameras. Action. What the hell are you doing?
I'm sorry, they slipped.
You can't hang on to that strip. Shove it up your ass.
Okay, Ron.
Very little risk at all. If there was, I wouldn't be doing it.
Then why don't they let me do it?
It does require some experience in training. You notice they don't have me out there doing great long stretches of motivated dialogue.
A man of action. There's more to this than I thought. I wonder if you'd let me keep this a little while longer.
Of course. It's all been pioneer work up until now. We're only just developing the art.
Art?
Have you seen Gone in 60 Seconds?
There's no way I'm going to have her fire a flare gun. She can get a very valuable burn.
I want her to fire the flare herself.
But she happens to be a very valuable property, okay?
Look, Guy, I'm the dog, you're the tail. I wag you. She's firing the flare.
Okay. She's firing the flare.
It's crazy to take so many risks.
Risks? Do you realize how much precision and planning goes into each segment?
The timing has to be perfect.
Hey, they're ready for you, sweetheart.
Okay.
How you doing?
Don't want me to.
Listen, I fixed it so you can shoot the flare yourself.
Great.
Come watch. There's going to be a lot of good work in this one.
What do you do this time?
Ah, a little stunt driving. Car catches fire. I burst into flames. Come through the windscreen a human fireball.
Grant, I've been observing you for a couple of days now. And I know you're going to kill yourself sometime, and I just don't want to be here when you do, so if you don't mind, I'm going home.
Grant, I think she likes you.
Okay, you got this right now?
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Okay. All right, we're going for a take. Let's get it right. Roll sound. Roll camera.
Scene 24, take one marker.
All right, action! Not bad.
You know, Grant, you're the only guy on this whole show who's not always trying to take me out.
Hey, what do you call this?
Well, it's not exactly lounge seats at the Ritz. Huh? You're very professional, aren't you?
Well, I'm not looking to advance my career by dating the star of a series, if that's what you mean.
No, I was going to put it in another way. More like the teacher not dating the students.
All right, lady. You're on.
I like you too.
That's more than I can say for Lois at the moment.
Don't let her get to you. I mean, if she's your type, she'll come around. She's got to learn to accept you for what you are.
Ladies and gentlemen, sorcery.
Darkness fills the night, the moon was shining bright. Magic in the air, evil everywhere. A feeling from below. Watch the shadow grow, suck into your heart. Now you see grand. Mark of the beast. The devil is unleashed. Mark of the beast. It's time for Satan's feast.
Nice view.
Yeah?
Stay a while.
No thanks. The devil's domain is down, not up.
I get an improvement on your next act. What about your leap onto the stage from up here?
Yeah, sounds nice.
I'll have to think about that.
Hey, Grant, what's the most dangerous stunt you've ever done?
I'll have to think about that.
Tempo Magazine, September issue. This is for the center spread section. In 1975, Page attempted to set a world record by combining 2 stunts into one, the Human Torch and the Flying Fox. At the entrance to Sydney Harbor, there is a cliff known as North Head. It was here, in front of TV and press representatives from all over the world, that Grant planned to be sprayed with gasoline, set alight, and slide 300 feet down a rope to the rocks below. A large safety team spent 4 hours carefully rigging the equipment for a stunt that everybody knew would push Grant to the outer limits of safety. But the man himself answered reporters' questions with unruffled confidence.
I'm not worried, Brian, because we've spent too much time on the research of it to be anything but totally confident of what's going to happen. Particularly after the practice run we've just done. There was a few variations of gear that we've never used before, but now we've completely duplicated it except for the actual fire. Now, your only big worry there is the fire burning the actual main rope. We've allowed ourselves 60 seconds of leeway. The run should only take about 10, maybe 5 or 10 seconds at the top, which still gives us about 40 seconds clear for any problems that might crop up.
Aren't you just a little bit scared?
No. No, if I was, I wouldn't be doing it.
Water gel, a scientifically prepared fire retardant, was the only protection Grant used against the flames. Just before the stunt, he put on woolen underwear soaked in it and smeared the gel all over his face and hair.
Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ignition!
What happened?
A burn to a crisp. What do you think?
That can be arranged, wise guy.
Wow.
We are the Wizards' Council. Will the sorcerer survive the sword? Sword!
flashing. Now the sorcerer will take his turn. In those days, the world was ruled by magic. There was the white and there was the black. Will they survive? Will they survive? Will they survive? Will they survive the sun? Each 1,000 years, there comes the day of judgment. The wizard counts on me to choose their king. And the devil's tongue is like a blade of steel. In which the sorcerer must face the test. Will he survive? Will he survive? Will he survive? Will he survive the sun? In those days, the world was ruled by magic. There was the white and there was the black. And the devil's tongue was like a blade of steel. In which the sorcerer must face the test. Will he survive? Will he survive? Will he survive? Will he survive the sun?
Hello?
Have a look out your window.
Who is this?
Just have a look out your window.
You're crazy!
I just came by to invite you to a party.
No! What are you talking about?
I won't leave until you say yes.
Oh, my God, hang on! What can I do?
Say yes so I can get down from here.
All right, wise guy, you win. It's a little early for a party, isn't it?
All right, what about breakfast first?
You do circus stunts, too?
Heights I just do for my own amusement. Do anything like that if I thought there was the slightest chance I was going to fall. Look, it's funny. Everyone has a different attitude about heights. You know, heights. Look, if you're standing here, standing on, say, there, there's no way you're going to fall over. But if you knew that there was no building on that side, no building on that side,
I wouldn't even attempt it.
You fall over, for sure. But that's the same thing. Also, it's confidence in yourself. You develop your own confidence. It's, well, look, say you know how strong your hands are. You know, this sort of thing.
Oh, God, not again, Grant, please. I went through this...
It's easy.
Oh. Oh.
See? See what I mean? It's easy. But I'll tell you what, it's still hard work.
Right.
But it's just the fact that you know what you can and can't do. There's no irrational fear. Everyone has irrational fear. But it's an unbased fear because they
With me, it's a base fear. When I was 7 years old, I climbed a willow tree. I was a real tomboy. I met 3 branches on the way down.
You're lucky you hit the branches.
Oh.
I think everyone probably sort of has their experiences in trees. I was one of those real little show-offs. I was always up the top of the tree. Always up there, all screaming out, "Look at me! Look at me!" Well, that's, you know, that's the ego thing. I think probably any stuntman that's working today, if he kids himself that he hasn't got an ego, he's in danger. Because I think every stuntman working has got the expertise as a young child by being a show-off, because that's what gives him the drive to get there, to do all of these things that teach him what to do. But the first thing he's got to learn, if he's going to make his living at it, is that it was his ego that got him there, and it's his ego that's going to kill him. I had a couple of bad experiences hang gliding when I pushed my luck just a little too far. When you fly for movies, inevitably you have to take a few risks. The first time I hit a tree, which wasn't too bad. But when I crash landed in a river, I was very nearly drowned. The kite went straight to the bottom and I got tangled in the harnesses and couldn't get out. My friends had just about given up hope. I was underwater for nearly 2 minutes before I came up. Didn't put me off hang gliding, though. It's too much fun. If you can imagine standing on the edge of a 2,000-foot cliff, just facing out off the cliff, and all you can see in front of you is 2 wires running up that way, and a bar like that, and you've got a hold of the bar, and you just run straight forward. And that bar is all you control. And you just go out and you feel a lift, and it lifts you with it, and then as you turn, it's just like a bird, because you're lying flat, you're flying with your body in a flying position, and your body does the movement. You go like that, and you fly, and it's fantastic.
can I bring you back down to earth for a minute? Are you going to take me to this party or aren't you?
No.
Who are you supposed to be? The Phantom of the Opera? Why don't you take that stupid hood off?
Oh, you want to do some magic for me? He's my agent, by the way.
Sure. You don't mind if I borrow your handkerchief, do you?
No. Now then, what I want you to do is watch the handkerchief very closely. Because if you don't watch it closely, you're going to miss the whole thing.
And we have a bird.
Isn't he cute? Hi there.
Monique, this is a very unusual bird, and I'll show you why. Because we take him and lay him over right on his back like so.
A few passes, and it becomes hypnotized. Just like that. Unless, of course, we snap our fingers. Because then he's wide awake again. Would you like to hold the dove?
Yeah.
There you go. We're in your next movie.
Thanks, I will. Peter, the others, they play the music. Why don't you go over there and talk to them? Maybe they need an agent.
Oh, I'm sure they do. The only thing is that I don't represent magicians.
Too bad.
Thanks.
Thank you.
G'day, Perry.
I got an act for you. What? You talking to me?
Yes. I'm Chris Shalin. For $1 million, I'll allow myself to be buried alive under 25 feet of rock and cement.
Great.
Check these chains. Tight, aren't they?
Yeah, they're tight.
Well, now watch this.
You like that?
Is this suicide or what?
I don't think so. Who is he? He says he's Houdini's reincarnation.
Well, let's hope so.
He better be.
This cement business. Are you serious?
Yes.
Huh.
We're so blind, summer's here. Wish it could last all of the year. My, my, my. My, my, my. My, my, my. My, my, my.
Great. How does it feel when you're playing?
Oh, it's incredible. You know, some people say the show you guys put on is just incredible, and I tell them you got to see the show that we're seeing from where we're standing. You actually get a feeling of almost lifting off the ground. You're not conscious of things around you. You could actually seriously hurt yourself and not even feel it.
Really?
Well, I've had my hair catch on fire.
Oh.
Yeah.
The audience just looked up, and with a stark expression on their face. I turned. Smokey wasn't there. And as I turned around to see where he was putting Rick's hair out. They didn't miss a note.
Beating me
They
over
didn't
the
miss a
head,
note.
and I'm playing. And
His hair was falling down over his face. It was
and after the song
incredible.
was over, the people were applauding, and I was thinking, oh my God. Yeah,
The music, mind you, the music never stopped, because that's one thing that this group is like.
The show must go on.
The show must go on.
It's
yeah.
kind of like picking up an audience and shaking them violently for an hour and a half, and then throwing them down. And when it's all over, they're going, oh my, they don't know what they've seen, yeah.
Remember last night what you said to me about diving on the stage? Could you do that?
You mean down from the rafters?
Yeah.
Hey, sounds like you're playing Fox.
You better be very careful how you pronounce that, Don.
Oh, really?
Yes, it could be done.
Is it hard to rig?
Nope. No, I've done it 100 times before.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Really, I like it.
I'll tell you what. I've got the rig in the hotel room.
Hey, listen. I'd love to do something like that on the show.
Your agent would never allow it.
Listen, he works for me. I don't work for him. Huh?
That's not the way he tells it.
Oh, I
think I better fix that.
Look, I'm a businessman. Now, I'm going to get 10% of that $1 million whether you come up from the cement or you do not come up from the cement. You got me?
Peter, I think you and I should have a little talk, okay?
Yeah, fantastic. You want to excuse us just a second? Thank you.
Not now, later, because Grant is going to show us how his flying foxton works, okay?
Well, don't you see enough stunts on the set every day? You know, I think you're taking this thing much too seriously. Look, you got to learn how to relax a little bit and play the game. Now, just let me handle your career. You know, I can do you a lot more good than these stunt people can.
Really, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Slimer!
Contact! I can't see!
Bye, Peter.
Okay, cousin. The rope is now attached to the building.
Right.
The body rope around you has a breaking strain of over 2 tons. The carabiner has a breaking strain of 4,000 pounds. The rope clips in through the top like this and forms one loop around the back. That's done up. And now you're attached to the building. You're set.
Hey, Grant, that sounds real easy. I'm not afraid to do that.
Fear's a funny thing, Monique. If ever you lose respect for the danger of what we're doing, you can finish up very dead. Okay, cousin. See you at the bottom.
See you down there.
Okay.
Hey, Curtis,
Yeah?
you want to do me a real nice favor?
Monique, you can talk me into it.
Okay. Let's go.
Okay.
Okay.
I'd say about when he gets to that white ledge there, Tony, we should start the heavy braking at that stage. Hello? What are you doing down here?
That's what I wanted to talk to you about.
Who the hell's on the rope?
Monique's up there.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Monique, are you sure you know what you're doing?
I'm really okay. Don't worry. Okay, I'm okay.
Fantastic. But you're a very naughty girl.
I'm not.
You
Hey, not bad for the first time, right?
Too bloody good. But now we better go back and teach you the theory, I think.
Oh, okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Grant Page. Grant, we'd like to dedicate this next song to you.
Climb the highest heights.
lost illusion, illusions only dream. Look through the fog, we're not what we may seem. Oh no, so just look into my eyes. Remember what I say when you see a fireball.